Welcome back, all my 40K fanatics out there. I'm DJ here at Tim's Nation to bring you another Warhammer 40K battle report, which will hopefully go significantly better than the last one.
I hope differently.
Joining me with me today is Lane, bringing the DeathWatch back here. And I got whooped pretty bad. So
quick battle report.
So vengeance is real. Literally after that, I was just like, wow, that hurt a little too bad. Okay, let me go play some good Necron units and feel how strong Necron can play. You know, I don't want to always just run the same good stuff on the channel. Index Hammer kind of does have us have only a couple of units are in each army are valid competitively. You know, there's not a lot of variations. We see this competitively. So it's hard to not want to run these things, but sometimes the needle just goes too far and you go, yeah, that just does not work right now. Hopefully codexes will change that.
Yeah. And different armies, they have different abilities. Like they'll find different weaknesses that, you know, playing against DeathWatch, you might not see a weakness that you would have against some other army. So,
right.
You definitely find out all sorts of ways you can get your butt kicked.
Thousand Sons are a very, very powerful army. I don't really feel like they're broken. I feel like they just are... They're just strong. They're just strong. And as codexes come out and stuff like that, I think that that's a strength they are going to need until they see a codex release. Honestly.
Yeah, it might be one of those things, though, that if they do nerf Eldar at some point, Thousand Sons might just bubble up a little bit, you know, when the Eldar are toned down some.
Right.
We'll see.
But definitely. So we've kind of wasted a lot of time in there talking about that, but that is very real thoughts for
talking about Warhammer is not wasted time, DJ. It's
okay.
Time well spent.
Okay. Well, again, I do apologize, though, for moving over to it. Let's start jumping into what we're bringing today and get over into this game because I'm ready to play some Warhammer. Oh, I'm definitely ready. All right, Lane, what do you got?
As always, guys, you can check out our separate videos that we're going to do a full rundown of the list we're bringing today and go into a lot more detail. As for right here, right now, I'm just going to go through this very quickly. We have a DeathWatch Black Spear detachment. I have 3 characters today. I have a captain, firstborn captain, that'll be going with one of the Proteus kill teams. He has the enhancement Tome of Echlades that lets me choose a second Oath of Moment target once per game. I've got a Apothecary Biologist. His enhancement is the Beacon Angelus. He will be accompanying the Eradicators, and the Beacon allows his unit to deep strike and also use the Rapid Ingress strat for free. The third character is just a Primaris Apothecary, no upgrades or anything. He'll be joining the Desolated Marines. I've got 2 Proteus kill teams. These have 4 Terminators, 3 with Cyclone missile launchers. They've got 4 heavy weapon guys. One of the squads has 4 Infernus heavy bolters. The other squad has 4 frag cannons. Then they each have a bike and a DeathWatch Thunderhammer in there. We also have a 5-man Incursor squad. These guys have a scout move, and they give the rest of my army +1 to hit against a chosen target. I've got 3 squads of Inceptors. I have a 6-man of the Bolter Inceptors, and then 2 3-mans of the Plasma Inceptors. Remember, these guys deep strike just outside of 3 inches. I have a 10-man of Desolator Marines. This has got the super crack missiles on them. And then I've got a 6-man of Eradicators, 4 Melter Rifles, and 2 Multi-Meltas. DJ, what are you bringing today?
All right, guys, here's my Necron list. I like to call it Doom and Gloom. This is 20 Lychguard, 10 with Sword and Shield, 10 with Spears, 2 Overlords, 2 Technomancers, and 2 2-man Crypt Thralls, all of which are going to be joined equally to the Lychguards, both squads. I have 3 squads of Scarabs, 1 6-man and 2 3-mans. I have 3 squads of Canoptic Spiders, all 2-mans, 3 Doomstalkers, a Triarch Stalker, and a Reanimator. So that's my very, very angry Necron list.
You said you're out for vengeance, but I mean, this list in particular hasn't done anything to you.
It's the game. It's the game I have vengeance for.
Okay.
No, I'm going to owe Nico one. I owe Nico one, but right now it's just like, wow, I just got beat up. Now I got to, I don't know. I need a win. I need a big W with Necron. So I'm coming for blood.
All right.
I'm coming for blood.
I didn't come to play soft here. I brought a hard-hitting DeathWatch.
No, you are a hater of Xenos, honestly. Like the fact that Votann or even Xenos, I was joking with you. I'm like, this hurts your soul, doesn't it? Your Votann or Xenos.
No, it's fine. I like Xenos. I like Orcs.
Orcs are fun. Orcs are always cool. Now, there's a couple things I want to let people know ahead of time for this game. We have some leaks for what is going to change for some of these armies. Now, none of these leaks are official. And honestly, I'm in the same position as most, where it's all hypothetical. You know, I read what's on the internet, and I can either agree with it or disagree with it. Seems pretty reputable with some of these leaks. So for this game, we are going to be playing with some of the FAQ things in effect, especially for Necrons. So the FAQ effects are Transcendent C'tans cannot take enhancements. Doesn't matter for this game, but it is a change. For this one, you can only use the reanimation strat once per turn. That's big for the Lychguard. That'll be around for a bit. The Lychguard themselves only reduce your to wound roll by 1 if the strength is higher than the toughness. And last, the Canoptic Reanimator can only reanimate 9-inch range and must have line of sight of the target. So those are all that's fine. I don't really think that reasonable. The funny thing is, like, the -1 to wound, and I know someone's going to pick on me. The first 2 games I played with Lychguard, I didn't even bother playing. I didn't even know they had it. Yeah, and they were so still so durable. Like, I was like, oh yeah, by the way, you're -1 to wound me.
You wound me on whatever, I don't care.
Yeah, that was like the first time I'd ever run them in that sense. And then I remember with the Crypto Thralls for a minute, it was because of their ability. It has got FAQ'd. If any model died in the unit on a 3-up, you could fight on death. Now it's been errated to only the Crypt Thralls. And I had that on there. I remember we were playing a game, and you hit me, and it was like turn 4, and I go, I haven't rolled a single fight on death. So when it went away, I was like, okay, cool. Something I don't have to worry about forgetting because I was already doing it. Right. So, but yeah, I'm back on the Necron Lychguard bandwagon. I mean, again, with indexes, we only have so many units that are super strong right now. You know, there's not going to be a lot of variety. And I do see a lot of competitive armies kind of getting into a position where the builds look very, very similar. I do think I found a hidden gem with Canoptic Spiders. Yeah, they're brutal. They're rough. Yeah, and that was something very cheap, and they're surprisingly durable, and they have a pretty good damage output, both in shooting and fighting. It's hard to explain, and I recommend it to anybody who plays Necrons. Definitely just put some spiders on the table. It's really weird on how and when their toughness, their amount of wounds, their reanimations, and having that strat. Don't be afraid to reanimate with that strat. When a spider dies, it really throws your opponent's whole game off when it's like, all right, one of them are gone. No, it's not. Back with 2 wounds. Why? Why is that there? I just killed that. It's one of my favorite parts about them. Yeah. Well, further good news for you today. I do not have either a Calidus or the Watchmaster. I have no Vex, so you get it's only 1 CP for the whole game to use. It's not even my birthday. It's not even my birthday. All right, Lane, your friend. Even. There we go. Hey, look at that. Only when it rolls off camera, because see, secretly we have another dice hiding over there that was not an even, and he called that one, and then I just pulled it. Yeah, that's really what happened. All right, well, are you going to do attacker or defender? I'm going to have you drop first, whatever that is. Your defender? No, okay, I better be. All right, we'll be back after deployment. All right, and we are deployed. So, for me, everyone knows I love to build a house and jam a bunch of bugs in it. So this is my house today. Traditionally, actually, I think I've always made this my house. I think like I own this piece of terrain as my corner. Like I want to go back. I think that this is because I feel like I pick it up, I move it, I know how to place all the models where the pace is going to go back. I know this terrain piece intimately. This is why you don't want to change up the terrain. You just want this little cozy house. I do. Hey, actually, I was the one who suggested. All right. Anyways, so I'm building in here. Lane has guns, a lot of them, and I don't want him to go first and pick up my weapons without me even having a chance to reposition or be defensive or prepare for anything. So in the situation that I go second, it's really, really important that I do so. I have the Lychguard with sword and shields all the way tucked up into the corner so that they're able to start making a push out towards one of these middle objectives while still hanging a guy back to get in range of the reanimator. I have 1 squad of Scarabs in strategic reserve to be able to come on. I don't feel like I needed both the remans on the board right here, and the Doomstalkers are in position to be able to draw firing lanes towards the objective marker number 2 and 6 towards Lane's side of the table. All right, that's my plan. Lane, talk to me about what you're doing.
Well, I've got the incursors here. They do have a scout move of 6 inches, so if I go first, I can get them into this building and onto the objective. If I go second, they might just skitter back and hide. But we've got a kill team. We've got everybody here is on the bottom floor. Just for convenience sake, I'm moving there up on top. But we got the Desolators pushed up here to the corner, and then the 2 Proteus kill teams. I'm kind of hoping I go second. That way, and turn, at the end of DJ's turn, I can pick up the kill teams and drop them down somewhere where they can get eyes on something.
All right, so let's talk a little bit about what mission we're playing and all that stuff.
Sure. Our deployment today is search and destroy. So we got the quarters with the 9-inch radius bubble in the middle. And then we've got our mission rule is hidden supplies. That's the one where we have an extra objective in the center of the table. So we took the one objective and moved it and then added an extra one. And then the actual mission itself is purge the foe. This is good old school ITC. You get 4 points for holding one objective and another 4 points for holding more than your opponent. You get 4 points for killing an enemy unit in a turn, and another 4 points for killing more than your opponent did in the battle round. So it's hold one, hold more, kill more. Again, each of those conditions gives you 4 points. It's important for everyone to remember this one. The kill one, kill more starts in turn 1, so you can start scoring primary in turn 1. You usually want to try to make sure that you can get at least 1 kill turn 1 because it gives you a good start on primaries.
All right, so Lane, how are you feeling? Do you want to go first or second in this game?
Second, because I want to teleport.
Yeah, me too. I'd like to be able to get my Lychguard with swords out of there. But, yeah, and there's not really anything for me to do if I go first. So, yeah. Oh, that's a D20. Looks like DeathWatch is going first. Wait.
What's the D20? 12?
I beat you with a 12. Okay. I wanted that moment.
Go first in the next 3 games, I guess.
That's exactly, you know what? I wasn't going to say it, but okay, that's exactly how that works. All right, we'll be back after DeathWatch and Lane's turn 1.
Did not pull great secondaries for turn 1, but yeah, I'm just going to have to discard and move on here. I didn't want to spend the CP to drop one. I'd rather gain CP for shenanigans later on. So got overwhelming force, kill something on an objective, and then engage in all fronts. It's really hard to engage in all fronts turn 1. So all I'm going to do is try to kill the Reanimator. I advanced these guys. DeathWatch have a strat that lets me advance and ignore cover. Turn my weapons into assault weapons and ignore cover. So I'm going to put some shots into that Reanimator from the Castello launchers. Let's see if we can do a little work to them. And I'll be back in just a second. I did not have high expectations, and my expectations were met. We managed to do 4 wounds to this 6-wound model, so he's still there. And, of course, he's going to heal himself back up in DJ's command phase, so effectively no damage done. And all my precious Desolators are out here in the open. I hope they don't get shot up.
And here we go. So I did pick up the Lychguard with the Veil, so I popped my Veil with the Lychguard with Spears. They also have the Hyper Albetter, so they'll be a little more defensive in shooting. And I deep struck them down 9 inches away from these guys. If we don't get the charge, we still have protection of the Rune to get some defense from, and some other defenses as well. But I want to start making some aggressive pushes and try to, hit. If I can hit and if I stick that charge, it's going to be very, very helpful. If not, it's not the most devastating damage. We do have the Desolator Marines here that could threaten them, but I also brought the Lychguard up and was able to tag that objective. So these Lychguard are getting close and getting threatening. So if they get ignored, they're going to eat up the Desolation Marines next turn pretty easily. Now we go back here. Now this one Doomstalker came out and is going to put shots into the Desolation Marines, as well as the Triarch Stalker, which I'm about to spend a command point on, to allow it to count all of its weapons as assault for this turn, and it's going to shoot at the Desolation Marines first so I can take away its cover before I put the Doomstalker into it and try and soften them up, so at least whatever Desolation Marines are left, I can reduce the damage a little bit to protect my poor little Reanimator back here. He's just hanging out back here, being a guy. Spiders move back to get ready for later turns. Don't really have any need to bring them up any further. And I do have the Lychguard strung back, so the Reanimator can reanimate on those guys if need be. All right, let's do some shooting real quick. So the Doomstalker did very well. The Triarch Stalker was able to hit and do 3 mortal wounds on the devastating wounds and cause 1 guy to go away, but still kept it at 10. So when the Doomstalker shot in, it was able to get 2 extra shots from blast and picked up a couple more of those guys. What, I got 3? I got 4 out of there in total.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I'll take it. Get 4 Desolation Marines off the table. That'll help keep my Reanimator alive. And then I went over here, tried the 9-inch charge. I did spend a command point on the reroll, just because this would have scored me a secondary if I hit it for storm hostile objectives, but I still missed it. So instead, I'm going to discard capture enemy outpost, which I drew this turn. I don't want to mess with that and getting in his deployment zone. I'll keep storm hostile, gain a command point on that, and pass the turn. Me and Lane scoring nothing on the first battle round of the game.
So for my turn, I am trying to extend my battle lines, and I kept engaging all fronts for the last one. I will be able to engage in 3 fronts, not all 4 fronts. And I will be extending my battle lines. And I'm also pushing really hard. Here we go. Here we go. So at the end of DJ's turn, I used the captain strat on one of the kill teams and picked up both kill teams using Teleportarium. And so on my turn, they deep struck. Inceptor's deep struck. Eradicator's deep struck because they've got the Beacon and Jealous enhancement on them. Inceptor's deep struck. The Desolators stayed right where they are. They did bring one of their guys back because they do have a Primaris Apothecary there. And I have 1 squad of Plasma Inceptors holding the objective back here. I don't have to worry about DJ deep striking anything anymore because he, other than these guys, squad of Scarabs.
Yeah, but they're bored. They're strategic.
Yeah. Because he already did the Veil over here with this squad of Lychguard. So I brought out the Incursors. They're going to die, so I'm just going to give my rest of my army +1 to hit against something. The Lychguard are going to chew them up, but hopefully this turn I do some serious damage. So I put Oath of Moment on these Lychguard. I pop my Tome of Ectoclades and use the second Oath of Moment on this. And then the Eradicators reroll all hits, wounds, and damage against vehicles. So they'll basically get their own Oath of Moment against this. So the plan is kill this thing, kill them guys, and kill that thing. Let's see how I do with the dice. As much as I really want those Lychguard to disappear, they are Necrons, and so they have their Necron BS that allows them to reanimate a bazillion times. So the good news is I did pick up the Spider Boy, and I picked up the Doomstalker thing. DJ spiked his 6-up Feel No Pain super hard. The Desolation Marine should have killed him, but he stopped 7. He rolled
8, not 8. I stopped 8 out of 19 with a Feel No Pain 6.
Yeah, so I did get to finish him off with these Plasma Inceptors here. So
right.
Did finally finish him off, but he spiked his 6-ups super duper hard. So we got 2 unit kills, exposed my whole army, killed a bunch of Lychguard, but Lychguard are stupid and they just don't die. I could have wiped them if I could see them through the building because of the way DJ pulled them. These 2 squads did not get to shoot at all. The Bolter Inceptors and the other kill team. So we'll see how hard DJ hits me back. As far as secondaries, I got engaged in all front for 3 quarters. And then extend battle lines I scored, of course. And I got 4 for holding 1 primary at the beginning of my turn. And then, but now I am holding 5 objectives. So DJ is going to have to take me off of those if he wants to stop me from getting hold more. So we'll see how that goes. And I did kill 2. I'm pretty sure DJ can at least match me on that. We'll see how it goes in his turn. Over to DJ.
So I'm starting to think that Lane doesn't like my Lychguard. We'll get over there in a second. So I move these Lychguard up. They're going to get ready to charge and rip these guys off the objective. I do have storm hostile objectives as well as no man's land. So I'm looking to take some objective markers. Hopefully I'll hit them and then I can consolidate over here and take this from them just by sheer number of bodies and stuff like that. That's the plan over there. And then I just have to make sure I kill them. Don't not kill them. Move my Lychguard sword and board up the middle. Lane decided to overwatch with, who was it?
These guys.
Okay, they did some damage.
Yeah, I picked up 2 models, I think.
Yes. Well, I did roll pretty hot. Like I did make a lot of saves in there, unlike the last time where I lost a lot more because I couldn't make saves. But I did make a lot of saves, so I was able to keep them alive, but it was an impressive amount of damage coming out of that. Well,
they were still Oath of Moment, and sustained hits is still active. And so every time I rolled a 6, it was 2 hits, and I was re-rolling all my hits and re-rolling all my wounds and stuff. So that's why I spent the CP, just because there was a good chance of it doing some work.
These spiders right here shimmied from the ground floor up to go up to the 2nd level. So they're going to be able to shoot, and they're going to shoot onto the Eradicators, which is the only thing that they're in range of. Bones Doomstalkers walked around the corner. My Tech Marine, wrong army. My Tech Nomancer is right back there in the corner, so he's going to be able to give them all +1 to hit. And the Reanimator scooted up, so it's got eyes on all 4 of those units technically, but these 1 spiders are still way back behind the wall. I have my Scarabs just kind of hanging out still at the moment. Actually, I forgot to move these guys up. They're just going to start going that way. I'm just going to move them forward, and they're going to move up over here behind these spiders, since you're all on board now, aren't you?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now, you can still pick up, though, and move around. So I don't want to give you too much range to be able to just sneak in on me and take out my Reanimator. But, all right. Well, that's about it. Let's do some shooting. All right. So interesting turn with shooting. A lot of little buffs in here. So the spiders and the Doomstalkers were able to drop the Eradicators down, 4 guys. So we got 2 of them left in there, which is still a good, strong bit of damage that can be put onto my Doomstalkers or my spiders, being that both are vehicles. Then over into here, I tried to shoot at these guys. I think, did I even pick up anybody?
You picked up 1 out of this unit.
Okay, but he's the guy that's there to die.
Yeah, the guy with the thunder hammer. He's not going to get to use it.
Wasn't able to hit the Desolation Marines yet. And yeah, that was pretty... these spiders over here went ballistic and took out most of the Assault Intercessors. I'm telling you guys, spiders there's a lot there with spiders.
No, I hate them.
I'm going to have to go back over some of the stuff that I've recently figured out with these guys. But yeah, we still have a command point, and we're going to do some charges. All right, so to no one's surprise, these Lychguard with spears just picked up those 5 men. And with the way that
those 5 Space Marines were very surprised.
Yeah, they're like, oh, hey, I guess we were important enough for 10 Lychguard to be the answer. And then because of where I charged and how I surrounded the unit, I was able to consolidate to tag this objective. So I'll be able to take that, and that gives me secure no man's land for these 2 objectives right over here. The Lychguard in the center are putting up a good fight. It's interesting. I was able to pick up a good chunk of the Desolation Marines on my original impact, and did some damage over here on the Intercessors because he armor contempt over here, and so I was able to hit a little harder over there. So yeah, that's going to be it for me. I will score a 10 on secondaries. I did kill 1 unit, but Lane killed more, so he'll get the extra 4 there. And I held 4 at the beginning of the turn. The good news is Lane will not hold more than I do because he only holds 3, so at least I'm stopping that. And we'll get over into Lane's turn.
These Lychguard are a problem that I need to make go away, but I did not actually oath them. I put oath a moment on this Doomstalker over here. Gotta get rid of him because he shoots too good into my big squads of Marines. I am hoping to take these guys out by a combination of small arms fire and lots of punches. We'll see how that goes in a couple minutes here. And then Desolation Marines fell back. They cannot fall back and shoot. Inceptors, Bolter Inceptors fell back. They cannot fall back and shoot. These Eradicators did not move. And then these Inceptors way back here are going to score Investigate Signals. No, my 2 secondaries are Assassinate and Investigate Signals. So we'll see if we can do some killing here, and we'll be back in a minute after we're done shooting. So guys, frag cannons are really good. I did manage to pick up this Doomstalker that was oathed, put a couple wounds in the other one, but he's Necrons, so it'll heal back up. Then I just put the frag cannons, these 4 frag cannons, into the rest of the Lychguard here, and they did some work. Because I am in rapid fire range, and I did do the anti-infantry 2-up strat, meaning they got 8 D3 shots plus blast plus 4 on top of that. So just a ton of 2 damage shots going through here. Even though DJ had 3-up saves, it was enough to wreck the rest of them and leave us with 2 characters here. I have Assassinate, so all I have to do is charge and kill at least one of these characters. We're going to go for 2 of them, of course, because we like to make things dead. Filthy Xenos. But that's it for shooting. And now it's on to some charges. Good news and bad news. Good news is I did kill this guy. Didn't manage to kill the big dude, though. Um,
And now he stands back up.
now he stands back up for 1 CP.
For the speed of a command point.
That is, I do get assassinated for killing him. I do think it counts towards my kills for the turn as well.
Probably.
At least in this edition, I know 10th. I'm glad they made it so if you kill something that comes back, you still get it counts as having been killed for purposes of your kill rules. So I did kill 3 units this turn. We picked up the Doomstalker, we picked up all the Lychguard, and then we did kill the character. So that's 3 kills for me so far this turn. And then it is on to DJ's turn. Let's see how he's going to hit me back. Oh, for my secondaries, I get assassinated because I did kill the Necron character, even though he popped back up. And I did have the squad of Inceptors do investigate signals for 2 points. So that's, I think it's 2 points, right? So it's a total of 7 for my secondaries on to DJ.
So we're looking at extend battle lines and no prisoners as far as secondaries, which means we're getting into it. Lychguard moved up, and I have 2 charges. I need a 5-inch charge. I need the Desolation Marines or the kill team over here. So I think that's where we're going. We're on a rescue mission to try and save our good buddy, Mr. Overlord. We got the weapons for it. And then over here, we have the Technomancer went backwards so that I was able to buff all these Canoptic units to give them +1 to hit. Moved up. Moved the Doomstalker up. Who knows? Maybe I'll charge and tank shock with them because that's kind of my motto. Spend 1 CP to tank shock. These spiders advanced up over here just to get them into the battlefield, and then I moved the Scarabs to start getting ready for engage on all fronts or any of those secondaries that might drop. Not set up for behind enemy lines, but I want to start getting ready for engage on all fronts. Oh, and I have another squad of Scarabs to bring in that I forgot. They're just going to go and hang out over here, I guess, to get ready for engage, I think. Probably closer in the corner, so I may have something to make an attack on the home field center area. Yeah, that's about it. So let's do some shooting and do some fighting. All right, so all the shooting happened over here. Doomstalker, spiders, cleared out most of the intercessors. Most of the Doomstalker really hit hard. Inceptors, sorry. Killed most of the Inceptors. Doomstalker hit hard. And then the spiders, it's tough when I don't have as much blast. They were trying to hit the Eradicators, but one model for each of those units remain. And then that's about it, because we don't have any shooting really over here. All right, on to charges. All right, so Lychguard did some dirty work, picked up the Desolation Marines, and started hurting the kill team. And then reanimated, rezzed. Right now, there's only 2 out of the squad dead, and they're helping to keep that Overlord alive. Over in here, I lost 1 spider, and just kind of did a little damage. That was really it, but the bike lived at the end of it all. And then over here, the Doomstalker strode in, tank shocked, finished off the Eradicator. You love to see it. And yeah, and then didn't really do anything to the Incursor. So that's going to be it for me. I will score a 10 on secondaries this turn. I am going to give Lane an 8 on the command phase primaries because he's going to hold more objectives than me. But hopefully we can change that up for here really soon.
All right, guys. Now we're playing Warhammer here, and which means I'm relying on lots of good dice rolls. So what happened is these Inceptors, these Plasma Inceptors, advanced up here, and they got a 5 on their advance. So they got within range of this spider. The spider's a vehicle, so I'm trying to have these Inceptors and this last lone Inceptor pop the spider. He's got 4 wounds left? Yeah. Then these guys would be free to shoot this here Doomstalker, and then they could charge into these here Lychguard. I did put the Oath of Moment on the Lychguard. So my secondaries are Cleanse, which is do actions and objectives. The Apothecary will be able to do that here. And then the other one is Secure No Man's Land, which is just trying to control objectives in No Man's Land, which I already hold 1. We should be all right there. So really what I'm hoping for some good dice in this shooting phase. And here's what we got. I was going to say the shooting went almost as well as I could have hoped. I did pick up the spider with a single blast from one of the Plasma Inceptors. The kill team didn't do that great in just shooting the Doomstalker. Did get him down, eventually down to 2 wounds. And it took these last Inceptors to blast him away. Unfortunately, he did explode and did some damage here. He picked up the Apothecary with 3 mortal wounds because the Apothecary was already wounded. So he will not be able to do his action. I think it completes at the end of his turn, so he won't be able to do it. The Inceptor is left with 1 wound there. So now it's charge time, charge o'clock. This kill team, now they're freed of all their encumberments by the spiders. They're going to charge into the Lychguard because we hate them. I don't care if they're all going to come back. We're going to charge in and put some hurts on them. I killed some Lychguard, but it's not all of the Lychguard, so I might as well have killed 0 Lychguard. I guess there's 4 Lychguard and 1 Crypto Thrall and 2 characters left in this squad somehow. But that's as good as can be expected. We are going on to DJ's turn. But yeah, at the end of my turn, I did not cleanse because my character who was doing the cleanse, the Apothecary, exploded when the Doomstalker blew up. I did secure No Man's Land because I do have 2 objectives in No Man's Land. That's that. So I'll just get 5 for No Man's Land. On to DJ's turn.
All right, so the secondaries I got are Deploy, Teleport, Homers, and Area Denial. Area Denial is going to be kind of tough, but we're going to try. I mean, that's the name of the game. So these Scarabs that I brought in from Strategic are going to come over here and get my Deploy, Teleport, Homers, and Lane's deployment zone. And then I just kind of got the rest of the Scarabs getting into position. There's Scarabs over here hiding behind the wall. Lane's like, well, your objective control 0. I'm like, yeah, well, you're about to be too. The Techno advanced, so he's not going to be able to get onto that objective just yet. And then I brought the spiders up towards the middle and then fell back with the Lychguard so I can get another reanimation off my Res Orb before they fight. And I'm actually going to try to see if the spiders can't rue the day and take out these guys. I have some tricks up my sleeve. Let's come back and see what type of damage these spiders do in the shooting phase. All right, the entire turn just happened right here. The spiders did do some work. So the green squad was able to do some damage and remove 1 Terminator from that squad. So there's only 1 Terminator remaining. And we reduced this squad significantly. There's only 5 left. And now we're going to charge in and try and finish them off. All right, the spiders are really did some work here. We got 3 guys left and 1 Terminator's down to 1 wound after tank shocking and punching them. One of my spiders got dropped down to 2 wounds, sadly. Otherwise, we were able to deploy Teleport Homers. We're not area denying because we didn't get all the units out of the center, but we did deploy Teleport Homers here. And over here, the Scarabs just charged in. And I blew 1 up. I didn't want to risk it and not do the damage and give him that. So mortal wounds easy. He's gone.
So, is that your only kill this turn?
Quite possibly. Yeah, I killed 1 unit. Did you kill any? You killed a Doomstalker, a Spider.
Yeah, I killed 2.
Yeah, you killed 2. So you're going to get the 4 on that. I did only kill 1 unit, it looks like, which was the that one. But I did do a lot of damage. So,
oh, man.
Well, technically, I killed I killed your Apothecary this turn.
Oh yeah,
that's 2. How many did you kill?
Just the 2.
Oh, nice. So I do tie you because I did kill the Apothecary when I blew up.
Yeah.
Hey. And now I'm pushing back on the controlling objectives, but I'll only get you only get deployed Teleport Homers, and now it's over to Lane for his turn.
Secondaries this turn for me are Attempting Target, which DJ nominated as that one, so nope, no points for me there. And Deploy Teleport Homers. I did have a single Terminator that I'm moving into the middle here. He passes Battle Shock test, so he's going to deploy Teleport Homers within 6 inches of the center for 3 points. I only got 4 points on primary for objectives, but I'm going to try to kill some of these stinking spiders here, hopefully. Pick up at least 1 kill to score a few points, and then we'll be back on DJ's turn. Or we'll be back for fighting. Okay, so at least we did manage to kill 2 of those spiders with the Plasma Inceptors. So that's good news. At least gives me a kill. It gives me a couple points for this turn. So I only got 4 on primaries. I do get 4 for killing those. Deployed Teleport Homers. I think it's just 3 points for center order of the board. So I only get 3 on secondaries. I'm going to discard Tempting Target for a command point. And then we'll move over to DJ's turn. I did kill one of these spiders, but DJ used the strat to do more reanimating. So he healed his one back. So on his turn, he'll probably bring back one of the spiders when he reanimates.
All right, so this turn concluded pretty easily. Yeah, there was a couple more points I could have scored in here, but I decided to just take a knee and score the points and call it a day. So I got behind enemy lines and investigate signals. Scarabs went into each corner, as I've been trucking these guys around here just to get investigate signals. And since there's no cap on it, I did in fact score 8 points on that. And then behind enemy lines, the Overlord and the Scarabs are going to score that for me. I could have rushed in with the Lychguard and killed some guys off and scored points, but I wanted to make sure that I also had more objectives and no silliness happened or get punched and lose some guys. Plus, take the win, take the knee. And as I said, take the win. Final score, Necrons 80, DeathWatch 73. All right, guys, stick around for the post game. We'll see you over there.